I want to see if he has Spore. Population Bomb Smeargle, that's a new one. With that base 20 attack. So that tells me he probably doesn't even have Wide Guard. He's an offensive Smeargle. The one thing I didn't have on my checklist to run today on the ladder. Offensive Population Bomb Smeargle, that's a new one. I haven't seen that in forever. Alright, what is up everybody, back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H, VGC. ESPATHRA is a really cool mon that actually is seeing some play in this format because it's actually a really fast, hard-hitting Psychic type that has a really good exclusive move called Lumina Crash, which is pretty much a really high base power move. I think it's like 80 or 90 base power move that also lowers the special defense of your opponent by 2 every time it's used. So it's actually a really cool move that actually just keeps on stacking more and more damage for yourself and for your teammates. And not to mention that you also have Speed Boost, which is a really good ability in this format. Being able to pretty much outspeed everything after like 1 Speed Boost is also really nice. So there's actually a team around ESPATHRA. Really cool team, bunch of other really cool stuff on here. You got Snow, and you got a few other things like Spam and Drifblim, which is also another mon that you don't see very much. So I'm going to be featuring this team today. It's team by Anthony20 or Violet, if you guys want to use this team. Pace should be down below, probably at the bottom of the description. Rental in the corner. I'm going to run through this team. We're going to hop in some games. If you guys got any teams you guys want me to feature, I'm running really low on teams that are actually interesting to feature for you guys. So if you guys have any teams you guys want to feature and think that would be entertaining or you guys want to see, let me know. Whether it's a rental code in the comments or on Discord as well. I have a Discord if you guys want to go over there and join. Link to that also down below. Not the most active of Discords, but that is one way to get a hold of me. So I am over there usually like once every day or every other day at the very least, so I do check that once in a while. But apart from that, let's run through this team real quick. The main thing with this team was the ESPATHRA with the Terra Fighting. That Terra Fighting is there mainly for like Arclodon and Kingambit, like a lot of the Dark types and Steel types you would get walled by if you didn't go for the Fighting Terra. That's kind of what they're there for. Speed Boost constantly give you more speed, then you have the Expanding Force alongside the Indeedee for incredible amounts of damage, along with Lumina Crash to keep on stacking damage. Really kind of straightforward mon. We're going to see how it does. I think it has a lot of potential in the format, and kind of curious to see how it does on this team. Got the Eject Pack Indeedee. It's mainly to set up the Trick Room and the Psychic Terrain for this team. Light Clay Ninetales, more of a really supportive set. You're not running any fairy coverage on this Ninetales. We're going to see how that actually works. I think that's a huge mistake, but we're going to find out. If it's a purely supportive Ninetales, though, it might not be the biggest of issues, but we're going to see how it goes. You got these Safety Goggles, Rotom Heat. Kind of an interesting mon. There really ain't that many electric types in the format, and the Rotom forms are some of the better ones, but they're kind of underplayed currently, so we're going to see how they actually do. You got these Citrus Berries to Titan with the Slush Rush, getting that extra speed, and the possible Belly Drum off in the snow, which could work. We'll see how that does. I don't think the Titan's really the greatest, especially because we featured like a few weeks back on like another team that was kind of built specifically for it, and it didn't really do that well. So we're going to see how it does. Maybe this team will showcase a little bit better. And we got the Drifblim with the Psychic Seed and Burden. With the Burden, you get the double speed boost, and then you have the really fast Tailwind. And plus the Seed boost giving you that extra defense boost. You got Weather Ball there, so you can get an Ice Terra. A Terra Ice Weather Ball, or a Snow Weather Ball. That's kind of cool. And you got Haze for like Dozo and setup stuff. So without further ado, let's hop into the game, see how this team does. Alright, we're here with the match. The first match with this team that I'm recording for you guys, we're going against a double restricted team. Oh, that's going to be so fun. Eternatus, Mienshao, Clefairy, Florges, Palkia Resolute, and Meowstic Male. The one good thing is they're pretty weak to Spam, but they also have Wide Guard. So I don't know if it really matters that much. I think the one thing I really want to do here is just lead with the Indeedee and then get my Tailwind up. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. If he leads with the Mienshao, I can try to take that thing out and do some damage. I'm going to bring the ESPATHRA in the back. I don't know if I should bring Rotom here or if I should try to bring the Ninetales. The Ninetales is more supportive on this team because it's not really... It has some offensive investment and speed, but it's more of a bulky set, and it doesn't have freeze dry either for like the Palkia, which would be really good. I think I'm going to bring it here anyways, though. I think having screens could be really good. This Titan does not do anything here at all. Same with Rotom, it just gets one-shotted by half his team, so I don't know. The last mod I can bring is just a toss-up. I can bring whatever, and don't think it matters that much. Out of all the shit I can bring, it's probably the Ninetales. It's probably the one that's going to do the most, if I were to guess. Yeah, I was thinking, is this fake tears? Fake tears plus, like, really fast Eternatus with, like, Dynamax skin, and is that what this shit is? I can make some crazy plays here, too. I can actually go for the Terra Ice onto the Drifblim, too, and go for the Weather Ball. That'd be crazy. I might actually do that here. I'm going to go into the Ninetales here. I'm going to get my Tailwind up this first turn, though. I'm not going to go for the Terra Ice on turn 1. I don't even know if a Terra Ice, like Weather Ball, will even KO the Eternatus anyway. It's such a bulky mon. He switched it to Misty Terrain. That reduces the power of Dragon-type moves. I don't know if he notices that or not, or knows that. Oh, he has Meteor Beam. I'm dead, pretty much. Oh, I live! I live on 10. How do I live? Wow, how do I live? That's crazy. I know, I could try to Encore him in, but like he has Prankster, so I don't think he's really going to do anything. He probably is going to switch his move up here. I think I might just go for like Blizzard, could be pretty good here too. I need to start getting some damage, like that's what I really need to start doing here. I also have Haze, which couldn't be too bad here. I can get rid of his stat boost, but I think I'm better off just going for damage and just doubling into Eternatus here. Just gonna withdraw. What, Palkia coming in now? Florges. Oh, he has Symbiosis Florges. That's what this shit is. He's gonna give the item from the Florges. That does nothing. Wow, that does nothing. That even does nothing. +1 Flamethrower, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I just get one-shotted by that. Wow, that's crazy. Maybe I should have went for Haze. My terrain back up here. I think the one good thing I have going here is like I'm faster than the Eternatus because I have Tailwind and I have Unburden going here, but he wants to try to get the Symbiosis off here. I think it works after the first turn the Florges is out. I think that's how it works. Because he has no item now, so I think that's what it does, but I don't know. I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam here for chip damage, and then I'm going to Weather Ball again. I don't know, does he even have... He probably has Palkia in the back. I don't see why he wouldn't bring Palkia. It's actually pretty good versus me. I want the Drifloon to drop. That way I can go onto the... Okay, good. I can go onto the ESPATHRA and start shitting damage. The only shitty thing is he's going to be able to switch my terrain to Misty Terrain again. So I'm not going to be able to expand Expanding Force. Which kind of sucks, but... I don't know, like I have Helping Hand and stuff too, which I can kind of use to do some more damage. Depends what his last two mons are. Like, Meowstic ain't gonna really do shit to me anyways. I don't know what it really has for me offensively that's gonna really do anything. So I have Helping Hand here. I Helping Hand Luminia Crash. I think that's what I go for here. Terra, what do you Terra Dark? Watch him be Terra Dark. Sarah Fairy, okay. I mean, he might actually live this because Florges has really good SpDef. I think it's like 150 something SpDef. So it's probably going to live this. I think if the ESPATHRA drops here, though, I think I just lose. Just a Misty Terrain. He really wants that Misty Terrain down for whatever reason. He does not want to get statused. Even with a helping hand boost, that does not get the KO. Maybe I should have went for follow me. What is that? Pitaya berry. Oh yeah, oh, because of the Misty Explosion. Wow. I got played. I got outplayed. Wow. So he wins because he has one extra mon in the back. I did not expect Misty Explosion. I know Floor just does get that. I didn't expect that shit at all. I mean, I'll lose to that. That's fun to lose against. I don't even remember the last time I lost or even seen Misty Explosion, so whatever. You can take your dub, bro, but I still think you're really scummy for using double restriction on a ladder that's running Regulation H. It's the most common thing, but whatever. That was still a really close game. It came down to whatever his last mon was. If it was Palkia, I think I still probably would have lost. I don't know what his last other mon would be apart from Palkia. There was really nothing else he really should bring versus me because I actually had a really good matchup into my team, so I don't know. Kind of sucks, but we got to see some really cool stuff, so whatever. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're in another match. My opponent's running the Frigoraph, Indeedee, Cleaver, Hisuian, Typhlosion, Smeargle, and Volcarona. Crazy team. I really like the ESPATHRA for this game, though. ESPATHRA still looks really good here. Same with the Rotom. If he has Spore on the Smeargle, could be really nice. Drifbloom doesn't look too bad here either. I guess I kind of want Weather here, but like if he brings Cleaver, like he just has so much that actually just checks the Ninetales and the Titan here. He really does. Like everything offensively on his team just checks both of them really well. That's the main issue. I think I gotta go lean into the size spam for this match. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Drifbloom lead. Indeedee, I'll bring the ESPATHRA in the back, and then I'm gonna bring the Rotom in the back. I think that's my best four. If you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. Green Goblin and Bateman. Is that like a reference to Tyler Bateman? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, he knows all my items now. This lead actually is pretty bad for me. I mean, I can get Tailwind here, but I think I just get one-shotted by like a Rock Slide or a Stone Axe. And he also has Psychic Seed. What the fuck? Okay. I mean, I'll Tailwind here. I'm gonna Tailwind. I don't know, part of me actually wants to go for Trick Room too, but like I have a ESPATHRA in the back, and that's the problem. Like the rest of my team's really fast. I don't really want to go for that here. Let's follow me here. Eruption. That's Choice Scarf. That has to be choiced. That has to be Choice Scarf because I have Unburden, and with Unburden I should outspeed you. That's choiced. What do I even do here? I guess I go into ESPATHRA, I guess. Expanding Force ain't bad, I guess. I can go for Expanding Force here. I have Tailwind, so I should be able to outspeed everything now. ESPATHRA is naturally faster than Typhlosion, so under Tailwind, even with the Scarf, I should outspeed. I'm gonna Weather Ball here, in case he's, I don't know, just for chip damage, I guess. And then I'm gonna Expanding Force here. With the Spit F boost, though, he might actually live. Cleaver's still really fucking frail, though. Like, it just falls over. It's a really bad mod. We'll see. He just withdraws. That's for sure choice scarfed. It does like 5 damage. That's another main problem with this Drifblim. If you don't bring the Ninetales, then Weather Ball literally does nothing. He actually lives. He lives because of the Psychic Seed boost. And he has Tailwind. I didn't even know Cleaver got Tailwind. Well, it doesn't matter because I have Speed Boost, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna Weather Ball here, just for some small amount of chip damage and all expanding force again. With a Speed Boost, I still outspeed you, so the Tailwind doesn't matter. Get rid of the Green Goblin, get that fucker out of here. I just don't really have anything to hit the Indeedee with. Like, this is gonna do nothing. My main complaint with this team so far is the Drifblim's just incredibly passive. That's the main problem. It just sets up Tailwind, and like that's about all it really does. Haze is good if they actually have stat boosting stuff, or like a Dozo Tatsugiri, but if they don't, like it just literally does nothing else. It just sits on the field and waits till it dies. That's my like main complaint with this team so far, in like the majority of my matches. Yes, Smeargle. What do you have like Wide Guard? Is that what this thing has? Wide Guard Smeargle, or he has Spore? Maybe he has Spore. I'm gonna protect here. I'm gonna protect. I want to see if he has Spore. Population Bomb Smeargle. That's a new one. With that base 20 attack. So that tells me he probably doesn't even have Wide Guard. He's an offensive Smeargle. The one thing I didn't have on my checklist to run today on the ladder. Offensive Population Bomb Smeargle. That's a new one. I haven't seen that in forever. I've seen it before a long time ago, but I don't think it's good at all. I don't know why you're running offensive Smeargle. He doesn't even have Moody either. I can see if you have Moody to try to get to attack boost and everything, but he doesn't even have Moody. He has own tempo, so he doesn't get intimidated. Imagine if he's like choice banded. If he's like choice banded Smeargle. Follow me, that doesn't matter. Unless you have Wide Guard. Which you don't, so you're dead. I think what it's really going to come down to is like it's going to come down to the ESPATHRA. Like I got to try to get as much damage on the Typhlosion as possible, but like he's going to click Follow Me here, so I'm not going to be able to damage him. He's going to come in and click Choice Scarf Eruption. That's what he's going to try to do here. I have Rotom in the back though, so I do resist Eruption, which is one good thing. So if he locks himself into that, I do resist. Terra, I'm Terra Fire too, so it ain't too bad. I'm gonna Weather Ball here, and then hopefully it does enough damage I can get a higher roll to kill the Indeedee, and then I'm gonna protect here. See what he locks himself into. He just surrenders, okay. I don't know why you would surrender there. I think you still had a really solid chance of winning the game. Even if he just had a Heat Wave, I think Heat Wave would have been really good there. You didn't even know my last Mon. You still had a chance to win. And like, I literally have nothing else to hit the Indeedee with apart from a little Weather Ball that does like 10 damage. Wow, I think he prematurely surrendered there. I think he still had a chance to win. Never prematurely surrender your matches, y'all. If you surrender early, you'll never know. Especially when you still have a chance to win. You're better off just going until you know for a fact that you can never win the match. That was a match that I think he still had a chance to win. I don't know. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we hear the match. We're going against like a full-on rain team. Arclodon, Pelipper, Scizor, Toxicroak, Politoed, and Gastrodon. So not only does he have Pelipper, he also has Politoed. Not one, but two Drizzle Pokemon on his team. Guy really wants that rain. No matter what, that rain is staying up forever. I for sure bring Ninetales here. I bring Ninetales for sure just to screw around with the weather. Funny enough, I think actually Rotom doesn't look too bad here. Like, it kind of sucks into the Pelipper, but like I one-shot Pelipper and I outspeed it without Tailwind. And like Politoed, I don't know if it probably one-shots me, but I do a fuck ton of damage back to it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead in D the ESPATHRA. I'm going to bring the Ninetales in the back, and then I'm going to bring the Rotom. I want to bring the Drifloon too, but like it literally does nothing in this match. Like I have Weather Ball. Like Water type Weather Ball gets absorbed by Storm Drain, and literally does nothing else to his team, especially like if he has Dry Skin. Like it literally does nothing. That's the only attacking move I have, so. Drifloon literally does nothing here. If I had a flying type move, it'd be a lot better, but. What I want to do here is I'm actually just going to go for Dazzling Gleam. I want to see if he actually has, a Wide Guard. That's the main thing I want to see here. I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam, and then I'm just going to Protect on this first turn. I want to see if he has Wide Guard. If he has Tailwind, it shouldn't matter that much, because like I have Speed Boost, so it's whatever. Like, worst case scenario, he has Arclodon in the back, and he switches out to Arclodon on this turn, but that's why I have Lumina Crash. That just does a fuck ton of damage and then lowers his Spidef. He's really thinking about this. He's really thinking about it. He's going to go right into Arclodon. Arclodon's coming in. There it is. Oh, that's Gastrodon. That's not it. It's not what I wanted. I don't know what Gastrodon's going to fucking do to me. What do you do to me? Tailwind, okay. I can tell you right now, a Tailwind does not matter. Maybe it'll outspeed the Indeedee, but I don't know. I just clicked Expanding Force. Just click the Expanding Force here. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand, Expanding Force. It just one-shots both of them. Okay, I didn't expect to get a double KO. I thought the Gastrodon would probably live. I'll take that, though. With those two being gone, like, now we know he has Toxicroak, which is either forced to Terra, or it just dies. And then that probably, I don't know what his last spawn is, probably Arclodon. I think he would already went into Arclodon, though. He has Scizor. Okay. So that's fine. If I really want to as well, like I could switch the Indeedee out into the Ninetales to just get rid of his rain, but it doesn't really do much for me here anyways. He has Tailwind up, but I don't know. You can't Sucker Punch me because of the terrain. I'm just going to Helping Hand and go for Expanding Force again. He has to be Terra here. If he's Terra Dark, he goes for it now. But like, I don't know, I haven't seen a single Toxicroak that's ran Terra Dark. Usually they just run like Terra Fighting or like maybe Steel. Or Flying, maybe. Oh, he is Terra Dark! Oh my gosh. Wow. I got fucking 1 million IQ outplayed. I just said I've never seen a Terra Dark Toxicroak, and the instant I say that, the guy pops a Terra Dark. Round of applause. Round of applause to my opponent. He misses the gunk shot, though. Well, U-turn still kills me, but it doesn't matter. But wow, round of applause to my opponent. Like, he's back in the match for sure, back in the game. If he's Terra Dark too, I'm assuming he either has knockoff or sucker punch too. That's why he hasn't went for one of those, though. I'm assuming he probably has sucker punch. He can't go for it because of the terrain. So I think what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam. I think I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam here. I think he has Tailwind, doesn't he? He does have Tailwind, actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna go for Follow Me instead. And then I'm just gonna go for Thunderbolt here into the Scissor, get it out of here. This combat, I barely live. .80 drops. It's kind of unfortunate, but I don't know if it matters that much. As long as I get rid of the Scissor here and this Thunderbolt gets the KO, I don't think it matters. You know, I thought this match was actually done. Like, we're gonna be a really fast game. And like over in like a snap of a finger with that first few turns there, and like him losing both of his Pelipper and the Gastrodon. But like that Terra Dark Terra there, like that crazy shit kind of brought him back. Brought this match a lot closer than it was gonna be. I was about to 4-0 this fucking guy and he brought it back, so props to him, he made the game a lot closer. And it ain't even done yet. Like I think I probably just get a KO here though. Because like he's at -1 defense. I don't know how he lives this unless he's Sash. And then I just go for Thunderbolt here. Gunk Shot. It one-shots me. It one-shots me. Wow. He actually outspeeds Rotom too, so either that or it's a speed tie. Or this Rotom's not running much speed. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the EV spread on this Rotom. Of the exact EVs. What a match. That was a really close game. It was down to a 1-0. It ended up being a 1-0. I was about to 4-0 the fucking guy, and man, he brought the game back. Round of applause to my opponent. The first Terra Dark Toxicroak I've seen in-game on the ladder. And I never thought it was going to pop it. Like, I literally, like 2 seconds before he popped a Terra Dark, I was like, oh man, I don't think he's Terra Dark. He's probably Terra Flying, if anything, or like Terra Ground. And like, what did he pop? He pops Terra Dark. Like, wow. I mean, it makes sense, too, if that's what you really need on your team. Like, it does make sense for his team, because otherwise he's really weak to Size Spam. He has a Bug type and stuff, but I don't know, I'm assuming, like, he has Sucker Punch was his Dark-type move. If he had Knockoff, I think he would have went for it onto the Indeedee instead of Close Combat. So I'm assuming he wasn't able to go for Sucker Punch there because of the terrain. So I don't know, at least for him, I would get rid of Sucker Punch and I would throw, like, Knockoff or something else. I think it gets Throat Chop too, maybe. I don't know. What a match. Let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, I think this team is a really solid team. There's a few things I would actually change on here to kind of make this team at least a little bit better, at least for what I've played with it. Maybe you guys, when you guys play a team, maybe you'll do a little bit better. The main two things with this team that at least from, like, I think I did like 4 or 5 testing games, plus the games you guys seen, 3 or 4 matches. And, like, I think every single match, I did not bring Titan once to one match at all. I did not bring it. I think the Titan on this team, like, I understand why it's there. I just don't think it's that good at all. If you really want something that's good in the snow, I think what I would do with this team is I would get rid of the Titan and I'd put back Excalibur onto this team. I think it makes a lot more sense. It fills out your Fairy Dragon core, and if you really wanted to, you can probably throw like a Terra Steel onto this team somewhere, maybe. Could also be pretty good. Maybe like Terra Steel onto the Drifloon, because I can tell you right now that's another problem we're about to talk about. Like, that's maybe what I would throw onto this team. I don't know. I just think the Titan really is not that good. The main issue with it is that you need Belly Drum to do consistent damage, and when rain is the best weather in the entire format, and it's constantly being changed, and you can't keep the weather up half your matches, it just makes the life for Titan so much more difficult. And even then, like, a lot of the times you're forced to go Terra Water, because otherwise you just take so much damage from a lot of the common stuff being ran currently. I just don't think it's that good of a mon. That's the main thing I would probably change. I would get rid of this Titan, I would replace it with something else. It synergizes pretty well on Snow. Even like Frostmoth maybe would be pretty good for this team. It's more of like a supportive Frostmoth maybe. Change the Ninetales, make the Ninetales offensive, and maybe throw like a supportive Aurora Veil, Wide Guard, Frostmoth onto this team. That'd maybe be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe that would work. Just kind of spitballing ideas. The other thing on this team that's a huge problem, at least that was kind of a drawback to a lot of my matches, with the Drifblim. It's really good to get the fast Tailwind up, but apart from that, it literally does nothing. The Weather Ball literally does no damage if you don't have it in the snow, and even then in the snow, a lot of shit resists a ice type Weather Ball, and like having the ice type on the Drifblim too really doesn't make much sense at all. There's not one match where I actually Terra the Drifblim, especially when you rely on weather to have an ice type Weather Ball, and that's usually not guaranteed when there's so much weather in the format being played, whether it's sun or like rain half your matches, or even sand. So I would just completely rework. I think the Drifblim on the team makes sense. I would just completely redo its moveset. Haze is fine, keep Haze on there, keep Tailwind. I would just get rid of Protect, get rid of that, and like get rid of Weather Ball. Throw 2 other moves on here, maybe like, I don't know what else it really gets, like Air Slash, I think it might get Hurricane, Acrobatics maybe, would be good Acrobatics. Throw something else like Shadow Ball onto this moveset or something else. I don't know, I think a little bit more of an offensive Drifblim that actually does damage, reliable damage. It doesn't have to rely on the snow being up would be a lot better, because the main issue that I had with the Drifblim half of its matches that I did bring it is it would set up the Tailwind, and that's all it would really do. It would just sit on the field and kind of be dead weight. It would do little tiny amounts of damage with Weather Ball, and that's really all it really would do. I think another thing too in the format, like everybody's really prepping for Dozo Tatsugiri, and I think everybody's just really over prepped currently for Dozo Tatsugiri. I don't think it's really even that common. Like, you see it once in a while, but it's not like on every other team. I think people are way over prepping for Dozo Tatsugiri. I really do. I like half your games too. Like, even with this team, I don't even think you really need Haze, because with Lumina Crash, you can kind of get rid of the Spit F boost on the Dozo anyways, and kind of try to play around it with that. So that's not really that much of an issue. If you lower its special defense back down to neutral, even if it has unaware, you can still play around it that way with just keep on hitting it on the special side. That could be something you try to do as well, which I think this team can do. So I don't know. Another small thing too is I would change the tail on the roll. I think that just goes a little bit better with this team. Not really that much of a crazy change. You could probably argue Terra Fire's still pretty good, just mainly for the damage output, but I don't know, I just like Terra Electric a lot better because you have no weakness. It's more of a overall, more of a consistent type, at least defensively. So allows you to live a lot more hits and a lot less weaknesses. I just like Terra Electric a lot better on Rotom most of the time, but I don't know, that's kind of just more of a personal critique. I don't know if that's really something they really want to change with the team. Comes down to what you really want to do, and everything else that needs to be changed first, probably. But apart from that stuff, I think the rest of the team is pretty solid. Not really like a crazy good team, but not like a bad team, more of like your average team. If you can get it to work and you can play it well, it does put in work, but you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't bring the right 4 mons to, you kind of get rolled sometimes. So you got to be careful what you bring. But if you guys want to use a team, rental up in the corner, paste down below. Hopefully you guys do pretty well. I did okay with the team, nothing really too crazy. So let me know how you guys do. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in a future video.